Good morning, I'm Wendy Petrie and this is your morning news fix for Friday the 20th of December. Giselle Pellico says she's never regretted her decision to make her mass rape trial public. Her ex-husband, Domenico Pellico, has been found guilty of all charges and jailed for 20 years. Over nearly a decade, he drugged his then-wife, raping her and inviting dozens of other men to abuse. All of the 50 men have been found guilty on at least one charge, but their jail terms are less than what prosecutors wanted. Sky News UK reporter Siobhan Robbins was outside court.
When she walked down the steps behind me, which now are clear for the final time, there was this huge cheer.
Domenico Pellico was also found guilty of taking indecent images of his daughter and his two daughters-in-law. Kiwis and other foreign nationals are being evacuated from quake-hit Vanuatu. A 7.3 magnitude quake struck on Tuesday, killing 14 people and injuring hundreds more. The foreign ministers confirmed 93 people have been evacuated from Vanuatu's Port Vila on a New Zealand Defence Force flight overnight. Winston Peters says passengers were mostly New Zealanders, but also included around 12 people from Samoa, the UK, Singapore, France and Finland. The Council of Trade Unions wants the government to avoid passing the GDP blame. Stats NZ figures show New Zealand's gross domestic product crashed down 1% in the September quarter. It shows the country is now in its deepest recession since the COVID-driven slump of 2020 and wasn't in recession last year after all. CTU economist Craig Rennie says pointing the blame won't be helpful. The Waitangi National Trust chair says he would have made sure safety was upheld if the Prime Minister had decided to attend Waitangi Day. Chris Luxon's chosen not to attend celebrations at the treaty grounds. The Prime Minister says he'll join events in other parts of the country and is expected to send ministers in his place. Luxon and the coalition have faced mounting pressure over the Act Treaty Principles Bill. Peter Tepani says he had invited Luxon to come.
All manuhiri or visitors are welcome, and we'll do our darndest to accommodate people and make sure that they're safe through some demanding times.
The Tertiary Education Union says a proposed law to make universities uphold freedom of speech is heavy-handed. They'll be required to adopt a statement on the issue and report on its commitment yearly and actively promote an environment where ideas can be challenged. Universities will be prohibited from adopting positions on issues not related to their role. Union President Sandra Gray told Andrew Dickens, "We want freedom of speech, yet we're prohibiting what universities can and can't do."
There's good reasons. We don't want individual governments dictating what can and can't be talked about.
To sport, and Liam Lawson has been confirmed for his first full-time drive in Formula One, handed the second Red Bull seat alongside Max Verstappen for 2025. Two Kiwi referees have been handed matches in the opening weekend of next year's Six Nations rugby competition. Paul Williams will control the opening fixture between France and Wales in Paris, while Ben O'Keefe a day later officiates Ireland-England in Dublin. India's games in next year's one-day champion trophy will be moved out of tournament host Pakistan. I'm Wendy Petrie, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.